Did you know hospitals are not always places of healing? Some of them carry scars of the past, scars that do not heal, memories that refuse to fade. And sometimes those memories take shape in ways we cannot explain. This is a true story from one of the most infamous hospitals in America, the Pennhurst State School and Hospital in Pennsylvania. Pennhurst first opened its doors in 1908. It was meant to be a safe place, a place for people who needed care, but very quickly it turned into something else. The hospital was overcrowded, patients were neglected, many were abused, and thousands died inside those walls. Even now, locals say the screams of the forgotten still echo in the night. But the story I am about to tell you happened inside one specific ward, Ward C. In the late 1970s, the staff began to notice something strange. Patients in Ward C whispered about a woman in white. They said she appeared at night, standing at the foot of their beds, silent, still, watching. Some claimed they felt her icy fingers brushing across their arms. Others said they heard her breathing right beside them in the darkness. But when the nurses checked, no one was there. The night nurse swore she never left her office. She told the doctors it was nothing, just the imagination of troubled patients. But the patients insisted. Every night, the same story, the same pale woman, the same silent figure, standing over them as they slept. One nurse, a young woman named Linda, didn't believe the rumors. She was new. She thought the patients were only repeating each other's fears. She wanted to prove it was nothing more than paranoia. So one night, she stayed behind after her shift. She waited until midnight and began walking the corridor. The hospital was silent, too silent. The lights above her head flickered. The smell of mold filled the air. Her shoes echoed against the tile floor, each step louder, as if the building itself was listening. And then, she saw her. At the far end of the hallway, a pale figure drifted past the locked doors. Her dress was white, but stained and torn. Her skin, too pale. Her movements, too smooth, as if she wasn't walking at all. Linda froze, her breath caught in her chest. The doors were bolted shut. No one could possibly be inside. And yet, she was there, clear as day. Linda didn't sleep that night, and the next morning, her fear grew worse. 2 patients were found dead in their beds. No signs of struggle, no signs of illness, but their faces were twisted with terror. Both had long scratches down their arms, as if fingernails had dug into their flesh. As if something had clawed at them in the night. Terrified, Linda began searching through the hospital's old records. She wanted answers. What she discovered was darker than she could have imagined. In 1934, a nurse named Margaret was assigned to Ward C. Margaret was young, dedicated. She worked the night shift, often alone. One night, the patients turned violent. Some say they were mistreated, some say they were pushed too far. But the truth is, Margaret never survived that night. She was strangled, her body found in the corner of the ward, her eyes wide open, her mouth frozen in a silent scream. The records were clear. But after her death, the whispers began. Patients claimed they saw Margaret in the halls. Staff reported cold spots, doors slamming shut on their own. And then, decades later, the woman in white returned. Today, Pennhurst is abandoned. The walls are crumbling, the windows shattered. But the stories remain. Urban explorers who enter the hospital speak of sudden drops in temperature. They hear footsteps following them when the halls are empty. They hear doors creak and slam shut behind them. Some have captured whispers on tape. Others have seen her, the woman in white, Margaret, still walking the halls of Ward C, still standing at the foot of hospital beds that no longer exist. If you ever visit Pennhurst, remember this story, because some say if you wander too far into Ward C, you may see her waiting for you, silent, watching, never leaving. This is not just a ghost story. This is a true horror story from Pennhurst. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comments.